Long ago, Cadet 13 was known across the Space Academy as the strongest and most feared. No one dared to stand against him. His cold eyes and sharp commands controlled everyone, aliens and humans alike. The hallways whispered his name with fear. But everything changed the day a small human ship landed quietly on the Academy grounds. No one knew much about the new trainee inside, except that he was different. He brought with him a strange companion, a small, quiet cat with bright eyes that seemed to see everything. At first, Cadet 13 laughed. How could a human and a little cat matter to him? But that night, something shifted. The cat watched Cadet 13 silently, like it knew a secret. And for the first time in his life, Cadet 13 felt a chill run down his spine. Something was coming. Something he could not control. The next day, whispers spread through the academy like wildfire. Cadet 13, who once ruled with an iron fist, found his power slipping away. Strange things began to happen when the cat was near. Commands failed. Minds didn't obey, and even his closest allies hesitated. The human, calm and quiet, never showed fear. He watched Cadet 13 closely, as if waiting for the right moment to act. Late at night, Cadet 13 heard soft footsteps and faint glowing eyes just beyond his door. The cat appeared again, sitting still, staring deep into his soul. For the first time, Cadet 13 felt unsure, afraid even. The creature was small, but its presence was powerful. Something in the academy was changing, and Cadet 13 knew he was no longer the hunter. Now, he was being watched by the cat that no one understood. Cadet 13 tried to keep control, but the human, called Jax, never showed fear or weakness. He moved through the academy with quiet confidence, always accompanied by the mysterious cat. Other cadets began to notice the change. Some stopped following Cadet 13's orders. Others whispered about the strange bond between Jax and his silent companion. One day, Cadet 13 confronted Jax, trying to intimidate him with threats and fierce looks. But Jax only smiled calmly and said, "You won't be a problem for much longer." The cat jumped onto the table and let out a low growl, its eyes glowing brightly in the dim light. Cadet 13 felt a sudden chill. For the first time, he realized this human and his cat were not what they seemed, and that his own power might not be enough to stop what was coming. Cadet 13's grip on the academy began to weaken faster than he expected. One by one, cadets stopped listening to his orders. Some quietly joined Jax, drawn by the calm strength the human and his cat showed. The halls, once filled with whispers of fear about Cadet 13, now buzzed with hope. Furious and confused, Cadet 13 tried to punish a cadet who had betrayed him. But before he could act, the cat appeared suddenly, sitting calmly in front of him. Its eyes shone with an unspoken power. Then, to everyone's shock, the cat spoke. One clear word: stop. Silence fell across the room. Even Cadet 13 hesitated. The impossible was happening. The small creature was changing everything, and the strongest cadet was beginning to lose control. Cadet 13's anger grew with every passing moment. Determined to crush this new threat, he unleashed his full power against the cat. A fierce wave of energy shot from his hands, aimed directly at the small creature. But instead of falling, the cat's glowing eyes flashed brighter. The energy bounced back with twice the force, hitting Cadet 13 himself. He stumbled, shaking violently as strange visions flooded his mind, burning worlds, forgotten memories, and a future filled with darkness. Through it all, the cat watched silently, calm and unyielding. Cadet 13 realized this was no ordinary pet. Something ancient and powerful was behind those bright eyes. The battle had only just begun, and Cadet 13 was no longer the hunter. He had become the prey. Jax finally stepped forward and spoke directly to Cadet 13, his voice calm but firm. He explained that the cat was not just an ordinary animal. It was a protector, chosen to watch over the academy. The cat could sense the darkness inside people and knew when someone was dangerous. "You ruled through fear," Jack said quietly. "But now, fear rules you." Cadet 13 listened, angry, but unable to deny the truth. For the first time, someone looked at him, not with fear, but with calm strength. The cat sat nearby, its glowing eyes never leaving Cadet 13. The rules of the academy were changing, and Cadet 13 had to decide whether to fight or accept this new power that challenged everything he once believed. That night, the cat revealed its true form. Its small body began to glow with bright light, and strange symbols floated around it like stars in space. Time seemed to slow down as Cadet 13 watched in awe and fear. The cat was no longer just a pet. It was something ancient and powerful. Suddenly, visions appeared around him, showing his past mistakes, the pain he caused, and the path he could take. The cat's silent stare seemed to ask one question: would he change or be lost forever? Cadet 13 felt a heavy weight in his chest. He realized this moment would decide everything: his future, the academy's fate, and the power that controlled them all. The cat gave Cadet 13 a choice: change his ways or disappear from the academy, forever. There were no threats, no fights, just quiet power in its glowing eyes. Cadet 13 fell to his knees, his heart heavy with doubt and fear. For the first time he whispered the words he never thought he would say. "Help me." The silence stretched between them as the cat watched, waiting. This was the moment when everything could change. The academy, the cadets, and even Cadet 13 himself stood on the edge of a new path. The cat's power was not just strength, it was a chance for redemption. And Cadet 13 knew he had to take it or lose everything he had ever known. Cadet 13 began to change. He no longer shouted orders or used fear to control others. Instead, he helped younger cadets learn and grow. Slowly, the instructors started to trust him again. The academy felt different around him, calmer and safer. But despite the change, Cadet 13 never looked the cat in the eyes anymore. The memory of its silent power stayed with him. Deep inside, he knew that the cat's watchful gaze could return at any moment. Though he had chosen a new path, the fear of losing control still haunted him, reminding him that true strength came from within, not from fear. Jax and the cat prepared to leave the academy. As their ship rose into the dark sky, Cadet 13 watched silently, feeling a strange mix of relief and fear. The academy was quieter now, safer, yet something had changed forever. Sometimes, late at night, Cadet 13 heard a soft, familiar meow, echoing through the halls. He would freeze, his heart pounding. The cat was gone, but its presence remained, a reminder that power could come from the smallest things, and that true control was never guaranteed. Cadet 13 knew one truth above all. The watchful eyes were always near, and he would never be free from their shadow.